speed. Live it.
Hi, I'm Vita Guerra, and you're living the low life.
Today I'm living the low life. It's the colors, graphics, murals, and creativity of a lowrider paint job.
I don't see anybody ever coming close in any other automotive industry that can touch a lowrider paint job, ever.
They can't continue with the rest. I don't think you can show on the TV.
And Vita's gonna try and paint one with her own 2 hands.
It looks pretty damn good to me.
Yeah, I like it.
Don't lie to me.
I like it. I like it.
I got a gun in my hand. Now listen up. Any lowrider would tell you it ain't a cool car if the paint ain't great.
Long ago, lowriders realized that their cars had a lot of surface, allowing plenty of room to customize. You'll often see bright colors, intricate murals, unique finishes, and elaborate graphics.
That's why they call it a lowrider paint job, with all the panels and flakes and scales and pinstriping everything. It's actually a 50s style, a late 50s style. It's actually my favorite style.
It's not just the paint and the quality of the paint, it's the painter itself. I mean, it's the artist, you know? It depends on who's doing the job. I mean, anybody can just pick up a gun and spray it, but do they really know how to use it?
Paint jobs are really, really hard.
Cool paint jobs are nothing new, but it seems that hot rod painters haven't always had as big a box of crayons.
Some very famous painters are only allowed to go within 4 or 5 colors. They can't go past that. On a lowrider, you can try 7, 8, 9. And that's everything, you know? A lowrider, well, 15, 16, and 17 sometimes is cool.
You need patterns, which are each color. You need pinstripe, you need silver leafing, you need murals.
I mean, you can't just get a car, put some rims on it and some, hydraulics and stuff like that.
Lowriders have been called the working man's work of art, but to get to this level, you need some serious bank.
Some of these cars here, if you look at them and you look at their body work on the chrome, especially on the paint job, they're spending something like $20,000, $30,000 for a paint job.
It just adds up, and it can just keep adding up and adding up, depending on how many graphics you're putting on it and how much flake you're putting on it.
As an example of a lowrider that has it all, we're checking out a Chevy worthy of a museum.
It's a 79 Monte Carlo. I did a gold base with green graphics and a candy line gold. Orgullo Mexicano has the body lift on it where the frame disconnects from the body. So we painted the frame to match the body with candies and flakes and graphics.
There isn't a single surface here that's art-free, including the many moving parts that have been detailed with engraved gold plating.
It's been Lowrider of the Year for 3 years.
You're seeing some artwork that's better on metal than on canvas today.
Come on, we're taking a ride with one of the top lowrider painters in the business.
Good day for a convertible?
Perfect day for a convertible.
Richie Valle has a subtle custom style that manages to stand out.
You don't want to put too much on a paint job, because when you start doing too much on a paint job, it starts getting gaudy. And I don't know if you like my style, but you see it's kind of just clean and neat.
Yeah, it's simple, clean, and to the point.
Yeah, and it's got enough, and that's all you need. The bodies have to be really straight, because without a straight body, that car's already a loser.
It's all about the body.
That's all about the body, you're right.
Richie brings a unique twist to lowrider paint jobs. He's an artist who got into the car world at an early age.
It all started back in 1975. My family was into upholstery. That's not what I wanted to do. I could put a car together before it's together. And I vision the car, and I know what I'm after, and I got a game plan, and I finish it. There's always like a 14, 15-month wait. And if I like the guy and he's got a good personality, I'll sneak it in, you know, a little sooner.
You hire Richie for his style, so don't show up with your own sketches.
It's going to be my way, or it ain't going to happen. And usually what happens is they just hand me the key and leave the checkbook open.
Tell me about this car. I love the paint job that you did to this car.
This is a 50 Chevy Fleetline, known as a fastback. It's got a candy tangerine with a house of colors with a gold base. And then it's got real light ghost flames with the colors just like settled. Just didn't want it too bright.
Transparent hues on eye-popping base coats. That's the cool but difficult process of candy.
You gotta love candies. If you own a candy, if you ever had a candy, you can't go back.
And what the candy is, it's a transparent color. You spray it on top of your car, your base coat, so it could be gold, and it's gonna give a different radiation of the metallic. It's gonna give a different twinkle. It's just so many different things that you can do with candy paint jobs.
Flecks of metal also form a great base for a candy-colored finish.
Metal flakes are what makes the paint sparkle and dance around and give it that nice, brilliant look.
Back in the old days, they used to use broken glass. They used to get broken glass and cut it up. For old pearls, they used to use clamshells, broken up clamshell, oyster shells, and it'll give you like that purple transparent look. But I mean, that was like back in the 60s and the 70s.
Things have come a long way. And for more proof of that, let's head out to one of the biggest and most important car shows in the world.
It's the Grand National Roadster Show, and today, Richie is showing off a few of his best rides, including that stunning Chevy Fleetline.
Great show, best show of the year, probably of the world.
At this great car show, there are 9 buildings of customized cars.
This particular building has an assortment of all kinds of cars that participate here, Woodies and muscle cars, hot rods and all that, but the interesting part is the lowrider section here that it shows a pretty good assortment of lowriders.
And I got to bring 5 of my cars here in a motorcycle. So I'm really excited about that. It's like a dream come true.
At this show, one thing is clear. It doesn't matter what kind of vehicle you're into. If you're a car lover, you understand everybody here.
Today's lowriders are all about the paint, and we've only scratched the surface. Believe me, these are the kind of paint jobs you don't want to scratch.
Just when it seems mural art can't get bolder and cooler, new artists set the bar even higher, creating one amazing piece after the other. One of those artists is Fonzie, a brilliant painter who came from Tijuana with many talents.
I do airbrushing, tattoos, and computer design.
Today, Fonzie's painting this beauty onto a truck bed, starting with a photo template.
Cut the mouth, the eyes, the eyebrow, just to get the shape.
When I saw the lowriders, I feel something. Hey, I gotta work with the cars.
Another great muralist is O.G. Abel, a painter who started back with graffiti art.
It comes in handy all the times that I was spray painting these yards throughout the city of Los Angeles. I just enjoy, doing what I love to do and now making a living off of it.
A recent creation is this 58 Impala, sporting images of Scarface. From the start, the artist told himself this was gonna be unique.
Let me try something different. Let me do a really soft mural to work with the paint and stuff, nothing too loud stuff, but yet the image will be powerful.
By the way, if you're sensing a certain recurring element in the works of these great artists, you're not mistaken.
Oh, I always love drawing women.
Yeah, the people come to me with just the idea, and they want like just women and money on the cars, right? I'm trying to get my own style because I'm a greaser, you know?
Well, get a good look at this greaser's cool 55 Cadillac. This car is Fonzie.
This is my 55 Cadillac. I love it because I love the big cars, you know, the long cars. It's between lowrider and greaser style. The lowrider is different, has more flavor on the paint, has more, I mean, more time. Sometimes take years.
And years can produce only a few murals by these artists.
I only average like 2 murals a year because I only do like some of the top cars. If you want me to do a mural for you and stuff, I think you might have to wait in line a few years or something.
Well, I think it's pretty much down the phase, so I can't continue with the rest because I don't think you can show on the TV, right? Maybe next time.
Do you want to meet one of the most exciting artists in the world of custom paints? Follow me.
Meet Danny D, a spray gun master who knows that when it comes to lowrider finishes, it's often all about layering. Today, he's prepping a 76 Pontiac Grand Prix.
Is this a car I'm going to help you paint?
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to grab a piece of tape, you can start laying some stuff out. First time painting a lowrider?
Yep.
Right now, I'm going to set down a gold base just like this, where you see white. And that's gonna neutralize everything and give me a solid foundation to work on. And then from there, I'll add some flake and I'll add some pearl and I'll add some candy. And you'll see variations of gold in the panel.
Started without me, huh?
Oh, weren't you working in the office?
Yeah, I was. I was
Did anybody
your
call?
Computer and stuff.
Did anybody call?
Yeah, you have a couple of cars coming in next week.
Cool.
You hear it often. It's all in the prep and the tape.
The technique right here is fingerprinting. And it's something from the 60s. They used to do it on a lot of the dragsters. And the guy I learned from was Mario Gomez. And he passed away about 1.5 years ago. Anytime I do this, it's in memory of Mario Gomez from the Candy Factory. You want to keep it parallel to the surface?
Okay, so start here.
A little higher. A little higher. Yeah, go. Slow down.
Not bad for my first time, huh?
Yeah.
It looks pretty damn good to me.
Yeah, I like it.
Don't lie to me.
I like it. I like it.
I got a gun in my hand.
Now we'll just let it tack up.
If the owner says, I like the whole car except for the rear, I'm not feeling that. Is it like...
I'll tell him you did it.
Okay.
I was like, how can you not like her rear that she did?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you did so good with the other thing. We're going to teach you some other little tricks.
What did I do?
You did good. We call this tape shading. Some people refer to it as fade outs or laser fades.
So now when we do this, what's the next step?
The next step is going to be we're going to mix a color. Oh, I got some pink in here.
Pink?
Pink.
Ooh, that's like a fuchsia.
You just need to know your primary colors and where colors come from.
I know yellow and brown make orange.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to put some candy pink over the blue. So this is how you want to do it. Just keep it glowing.
Oh.
You want to keep a complete stroke all the way through and then come back.
Now, would you hire me?
Yeah, well, I do need someone to answer the phone.
on fire.
This is what you shouldn't do, America.
This is called I messed up.
Let's see what your first tape shade job looks like.
Not good, man.
Like Morse code, dot, dot, dot,
Yeah.
dot, dot, dot.
So show me how the pros do it, because I'm not good.
Wild custom colors evolved in the 50s as a way to resist conformity. As techniques and paints evolved, so did the finishes.
Okay, look at this beauty. So this is what it's supposed to look like, and this is what I did. Ooh, so pretty.
Even yours doesn't look so bad now, right?
Yeah.
We'll give you a B-.
It's talent, tape, and technique that create Danny's designs.
We're gonna unmask all the tape and see what you did.
Okay. Wow.
See how it's subtle and then just the flake comes out.
I think, yeah, flaking is definitely my forte over here in the painting world.
I think so.
Okay.
You're the flake girl.
Whenever you want, just call.
Right on. Almost like a big stick ice cream. As a kid, have you ever seen all the colors in that? Kind of like that.
Yeah, Danny D is a master painter. And Vita, well...
That's why you don't come to me for a paint job. These cars cruise the street, and a lot of this lowrider art comes from the street. These are painters that have earned their respect the hard way.
These paint jobs tell many stories, all created by artists with stories of their own. OG Abel brings the story of his life to everything he creates. It's the story of tough times, incredibly hard work, and the great fortune of a true artistic talent. OG Abel doesn't just paint street life, he lived it.
You know, those kids out there that see no end in sight, I was that kid, you know what I mean?
Growing up in South Central Los Angeles, he faced difficult challenges, but he was always determined to beat the odds.
Life's a trip. I got brothers that don't have a second chance. I have 2 in prison, and 1 is dead. Everything I've been through and what I have, I'm like, I never imagined it. You know, I'm a fortunate individual. I grew up in South Central LA. My dad would always tell me that artists died poor. You know what I mean? I think I proved him wrong.
I don't see anybody ever coming close in any other automotive industry that can touch a lowrider paint job, ever. And you can get the greatest painters out there. If they're great painters, well, you haven't seen their work unless they've done a lowrider.
Custom painting to me, man, is I sleep it and breathe it, you know? And my work speaks for itself.
Lowrider painting is an art form that's come a very long way.
The word scallop, it's a pattern they put on their car. And the reason why they came up with that design was if you had a chip or a scratch on your paint and you didn't want to repaint the whole car, you did a scallop paint job, which would hide the imperfections of that paint job. The pinstriping, if you had a nick or another scratch, well, you pinstriped over it to cover it.
It's an art form that's not from a classroom or a design studio. It's art that's as real as it gets.
Come on, for sure. Does it matter to you, honey? Oh, for sure. It's California, oh, it's sunny. Oh, for sure. For sure. For sure, huh? Is it all about the money? Come on, for sure. Does it matter to you, honey? Oh, for sure. It's California, oh, it's sunny. Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Woohoo! Nah, this was an ultimate experience. Convertible. Love it.
Did you enjoy that?
I enjoyed it.
We ought to keep going, huh?
Thank you. It's the last thing that goes on a lowrider, but it's the first thing that people notice. They're a big part of what keeps them cool, stared at, and of course, living the low life. See you in the slow lane.
Ride low and slow.
I know. What do you want me to put the razor right here?
I usually keep it in my mouth.
Keep the razor in your mouth? Just in case you start fighting or something? No, I'm just kidding. I can only do flakes.